Welcome to the Don't Get Full Show with Big Ray NFL Week 6. Let's go, A's! All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 6. Cannot wait, boys and girls. Coming off a juicy Week 5. We went 5-1, and we're going to look to keep the money train rolling for all the boys and girls, and cannot wait. So let's get right into it. So without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right, game 1. We got the Arizona Cardinals at the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are a 6.5-point favorite. Arizona 2-3, coming off a 22-21 loss to the Titans. They completely blew this game. They were up 21-6 going into the fourth quarter. They actually scored 21 points early on in this game and got put up an egg after that. 3 fumbles plus the just bonehead play by running back Amari DeMarcado, where this guy supposed to have a 72-yard touchdown run, but he had a 71-yard fumble after dropping the ball at the end zone. Just a bonehead play. They are currently on a 3-game losing streak after a 2-0 start. And then we got the Colts 4-1. They're coming off a 40-6 beatdown of the Las Vegas Raiders, a complete beatdown, domination. Only loss on the season, 27-20 to the Rams. Quarterback Daniel Jones, 71% completion, 6 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Number three in passing yards in the league. And then they have running back Jonathan Taylor's leading the league in rushing yards. And here's my thoughts here. Indianapolis is 4-1. They beat a 1-4 Las Vegas Raiders team. They beat a 1-4 Miami team. They beat a 1-4 Tennessee team. And they beat a 3-2 Denver team that was a game that they probably should have lost. They got really lucky. All three wins, except the Denver team, were against bottom 8 defensive teams. Okay, teams that are ranked in the bottom 8 in overall defense. Arizona is ranked number 6th overall defense. And I like Arizona here, and I think this is an easy one, boys and girls. I'm taking Arizona plus 6.5. All right, game 2. We got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. The Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite. Dallas 2-1, coming off a 37-22 win versus the Jets. This game was over at halftime, and the Jets stink. It never gets old for me to say that. The Jets just stink. Dallas, high-powered offense, putting up 30 points per game, ranked number 4 in the league. Their defense, not so good, number 29th overall, giving up 31 points per game. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is out for this game. Dallas is number 2 in pass yards on the season. And then we got Carolina, who is 2-3. They're coming off a 27-24 win versus Miami. They have 2 wins on the season versus Atlanta and Miami. Running back Rico Dowdle, 23 carries, 206 yards, 1 touchdown. This guy actually was a 1,000-yard rusher last year with Dallas. Remember that, the team that they're playing. And he did not get an offer from Dallas. They did not even give this guy an offer.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's pretty silly. I get that they wanted to switch it up. They should have kept this guy with Javonte Williams. But I'll tell you that, he's taking it personal, and he cannot wait for this game. And it's just interesting that he has this monster game right before they play Dallas. So he's going to get a bulk of the carries. And here's my thoughts. Carolina is 0-3 on the road, but they are 2-0 at home. This is back-to-back home games for Carolina. Dallas They have 2 wins on the season, okay? Let's make that clear. They have 2 wins. Everybody's talking about Dallas and their high-powered offense. Some people are even trying to say Dak Prescott for MVP. Dak Prescott for MVP? Dallas is 2 wins, one against the 1-4 Giants and 0-5 Jets. Okay, so the teams that they got 2 wins against are combined 1-9, and Dallas, their loss, they got a beat down 31-14 to the Bears. Look, I'm not buying Dallas. Everybody likes to hype up the Dallas Cowboys. Media likes to hype them up. Just like in college football, people like to hype up Notre Dame unnecessarily. And look, this is a bigger game for Carolina than it is for Dallas, okay? First of all, we all know Dallas is not making the playoffs. They're not going anywhere. I just want to make that clear as day. Dallas is not making the playoffs. But Carolina, this game means more for them to build the team, right? Like if they can have a close to 500 record this year. And I like Carolina here. I'm taking Carolina plus 3.5. All right, game 3. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are a 14-point favorite. Cincinnati 2-3, coming off a 37-24 loss to Detroit. They looked horrible. They look like complete crap since Joe Burrow went out. They are on a 3-game losing streak. Quarterback Jake Browning, 64% completion, 6 touchdowns, but 8 interceptions in 4 games. They are 0-3 in his 3 starts. They are 1-2 on the road. Only win 17-16 versus Cleveland in week 1 with Joe Burrow. And then we got the Packers who are 2-1-1, coming off a 40-40 overtime tie versus Dallas prior to the bye week. They gave up 436 yards to Dallas. 436 yards to Dallas. And they lost obviously in Cleveland prior to that game, 13-10 in Cleveland. Quarterback Jordan Love, 69% completion, 8 touchdowns, only 1 interception, 1,000 yards on the season. And look, here's my thoughts here. They started 2-0, the Packers, good wins versus Detroit and Washington Commanders. Then they blew this game in Cleveland. I mean, an epic collapse at the end of the 4th quarter and lost to Cleveland. And then that was a road game. Then they had a back-to-back road game with a very emotional game of Micah Parsons, returning to Dallas. Big distraction there. They didn't even lose that game. They tied it, but there was a lot of distractions. First of all, they were on back-to-back road games. They are now coming off a bye week. This is a home game. They got over this loss and then this distraction again, returning to Dallas. They got their head clear now. They're at home. Micah Parsons should definitely take advantage of that bye week. And I like the Packers to blow out Cincinnati. All the conversation is going to be, are they going to fire Zach Taylor after this blowout loss? And this is my lock of the week. I'm taking Green Bay minus 14. Not a bad idea to buy it down half a point, get them at minus 13.5, and cannot wait. And I'm going to hand it off to Big Reed. Let's go.
The first game I got is the Chargers coming off Chargers at Dolphins. Chargers coming off a 27-10 loss versus the Commanders. Dolphins also coming off a 27-24 loss versus the Panthers. Chargers running back Omarion Hampton has been placed on the IR. Now they have Kamal Vidal and Hassan Haskins. Chargers O-line is banged up. Defense is awful. While the Dolphins don't look good either, they always play good versus the Chargers. I think the Chargers win this on a game-winning field goal, 31-28. So I'm going to take the Dolphins plus 5.5. The next game I got is the Titans at the Raiders. Titans coming off their first win. Obviously, we talked about crazy comeback win. Raiders coming off a whooping. 40-6 Colts. 40-6 versus the Colts. Geno Smith, good Lord, man, this guy's just awful. Please just beat Ashton Genty, Pete Carroll. Give the running back the ball. and maybe throw to Brock Bowers. But the Titans defense is awful. And I'll tell you this, no way in heck are the Titans winning back-to-back road games. And no way in hell is Cam Ward rookie quarterback Cam Ward winning back-to-back road games. I'm taking the Raiders -4 here. It's my lock of the week. Buy it down half a point. That half point might matter, so buy it down. And I'm taking the Raiders -4, lock of the week. The last game I got is the Browns at the Steelers. Browns coming off a terrible last-minute loss to the Vikings in London. And the Steelers coming off a bye. Last game was versus the Vikings as well, won 24-21. I want to point out the Browns have a good defense here, and I think this will be a good game. I don't know who's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be high scoring. A lot of defense here, and I'm going to take the under 39.
All right, boys and girls, can't wait. Look forward to a juicy week 6. Put some cash in your pocket. That is our goal, boys and girls, and we'll see you guys next week for week